Yo, what's cracking everyone? Ericship, Triple One here. So, as of late, I have been reading many of your comments on my YouTube videos and also across social media that the past recent updates for Forza Horizon 5 have sadly been awful. So much so that some of you aren't even playing this game anymore, to even saying that the game is now finished, which is quite sad to read because the Forza Horizon series is a series I love. I've been playing it for 10 years now, and I remember back in the earlier days, there wasn't many negative comments towards the Horizon titles. And granted, I wasn't making any videos about the issues I had too, because, well, I really didn't have any. But now, seeing the huge amount of criticism towards Horizon 5 as of late, I want to make today's video a little bit different. Instead of trying to always say the developers over at Playground Games should be doing this and doing that, but rather maybe try and understand why updates in Horizon 5 has been awful as of late. Now again, this video, like many others, are based solely on my opinions and what I have gathered across from the interweb, so feel free to agree or disagree with me, and let's try and be constructive, or maybe see things from a different perspective as to why updates in Forza Horizon 5 have been awful as of late. Starting off with number 1, new Forza Tech engine coming soon. So, as some of you are aware, the current gen engine known as Forza Tech has been powering the Horizon series since the release of Horizon 2 back on the Xbox One in 2014. Now, of course, throughout the years with Horizon 3, 4 and 5, the developers over at Playground Games have been able to push their game engine as much as possible, trying to take full advantage of their game engine for the release of the Xbox One X and the Xbox Series consoles. However, with the new Forza Motorsport title set to release next year in 2023, which will run on a completely new Forza Tech engine, and Horizon 6 possibly running on the new engine as well, this could very well mean that a lot of the in-game assets, car models that we currently see in Horizon 5 or Motorsport 7 will either be removed or completely remodeled so that it can meet the same quality as the in-game assets and cars that will be built on the new Forza Tech engine from the ground up. So why is this important, and how does it affect the monthly Horizon 5 updates? Well, right now it's safe to say that the new Forza Motorsport and Horizon 6 is currently in development, and should the developers over at Playground Games and Turn 10 begin to start modeling new cars or in-game assets on the new game engine, that means that their time and resources are being put into things that, 1, can't be used on the current Forza game, and 2, because I'm sure they want to release a AAA title that showcases what their new game engine can do, and by achieving this, they must produce an adequate amount of content at launch to show it. It's almost like a transition from the first Forza Horizon title to Motorsport 5, when it was finally time to move on from the Xbox 360 to the Xbox One consoles. All of the in-game assets and cars from the Xbox 360 era were either not good enough to be featured in the new Motorsport 5, or it had to be completely remodeled or upgraded with better textures for it to actually be usable, which is why the car list in Motorsport 5 was so much smaller compared to Motorsport 4. So you can kind of imagine the crossroads during a period like this. Do the developers keep modeling new to Forza cars for an aging, soon-to-be superseded game engine, or use their time and resources creating assets that are completely next-gen for the upcoming game next year, along with Horizon 6? As much as I hate to say it, I do believe Playground Games and Turn 10 are doing the latter. Now, comparing Horizon 5 to Horizon 4, where we had a lot of new to Forza cars in every monthly update, especially early on, that's most likely because the developers knew that all of the new cars in Horizon 4, along with the in-game assets, would be usable in the next title, given that Horizon 5 shared the same Forza Tech engine. Therefore, the team could afford the time to consistently bring in new content as they would be carried over. So that is one reason. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Number 2, Fable is in the works. So for old school Xbox players, they will know what Fable is, but for those that don't, Fable is an action role-playing game that was first published by Microsoft back in 2004 and was one of the biggest franchises Xbox and Microsoft had back during those times, and since then has released two more main titles, Fable 2 and 3, with a spin-off title being released shortly after. However, in 2012, with the franchise declining after their spin-off title, we wouldn't hear from Fable until 2020. And when this was teased, it would be revealed that Playground Games, yes, Playground Games will be making the new Fable game. And more importantly, it will be running on the Forza Tech engine. As of right now, there has been no date confirmed with the Fable reboot, but I assume that since we haven't heard much from this title, it will also be running on the new next generation of Forza Tech engine. Although I'm sure that Playground Games will have a split between the Forza Horizon and Fable team, I would suspect that there will be a level of intertwining happening between the two, but more so from the Horizon team across to the Fable team, as I don't believe they'll be working completely independently from one another, which again means more time being spent on another massive project as opposed to what is currently live, and that is Horizon 5. I could be wrong about this, but to some level, yes, I do believe Playground Games scoring a huge franchise like Fable and being responsible in trying to reboot the entire series and also making it successful too would amount to a huge increase in pressure, possibly putting this project above Horizon 5's monthly content in their priorities. Number 3, lifecycle. So it's safe to say that Forza Horizon 5, like Horizon 4, will probably have a 3-year lifespan, which means we probably won't hear anything about Horizon 6, if there is going to be one, until mid-2024, which is a very, very long time. And with Horizon 5 not possibly being a huge priority anymore at this point based on the points I mentioned, how else are Playground Games going to keep up with producing good monthly content, knowing full well that there are at least 20 more to do? Well, it's a matter of drip feeding. The best example I can give you is the current update we are in right now with the Donut Media update. We heard from Donut Media themselves that there will be high-low cars, money pit cars, to so much more, and in the end, what we got was a very underwhelming Donut Media story. I mean, where are all the Donut Media cars and all the motion captures they were talking about? Well, instead of releasing all the Donut Media content at once, which would have made Update 14 so much better, Playground Games decided to split the Donut Media content into, who knows, maybe 2 or 3 updates, meaning less amount of work for them, but also worse monthly content updates. Also, looking at the amount of cars that were omitted from launch in Horizon 5 that all exist in Horizon 4 tells me this was their strategy all along. Even in Update 13, looking back now, other than the original Forza Horizon chapter that was recreated very well, the other ones were quite lackluster. They were missing many of the cinematics that Playground Games could have recreated as well, and again, no new to Forza cars, just returning ones from previous titles. Will this change? Sadly, I don't think so. We may get a handful of good updates every now and then throughout the game's life cycle with some new to Forza cars and body kits too, but I really think after Expansion 2, I wouldn't be expecting much, unlike how it was in Horizon 4, due to the circumstances being vastly different. Anyways, if you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to smash the thumbs up button, as it really does help me out. And also, if you guys would like to see more Forza Horizon 5 content right here on this channel, make sure to click the subscribe button with notifications turned on. That way you won't ever miss out on another video that goes live. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.